Hey, let's do another journal flip through. I just wanted to apologize for my last video ending so abruptly. I just ran out of time and I had to stop it because I didn't want to film it again. So I made sure not to have so much done this time, not so many pages to get through, so we shouldn't have any trouble this time. So again, this is my, I don't know what even to call it. It started off as my faux Heidi Swapp memory planner. Now it's just like a binder journal. I heard somebody else call it scrap journaling. I don't know what I call it, but anyway, here's my journal. Let's have a look. So this is where we left off. We got through the ouch page. We didn't make it through heatwave. So this is July 17th to 19th. I just did one page for the whole weekend. And I used one of these Heidi Swapp flippy flap books to cover off the whole weekend. So my brother-in-law came to stay with us. It was so hot. So I used these Dear Lizzie alphas, and I love these alphas so much, but it drives me crazy that they're transparent because they don't work on any background except for white because they're so translucent. So basically what I had to do is stick all these stickers down on white cardstock, and I fussy cut them out, and it took forever. I'm glad that they look nice, but man, it was a lot of work. So I'm kind of annoyed with these alphas, but I also kind of love them. And then I've just been using a lot of my Heidi Swapp memory planner washi tape. I'm trying to get through that booklet, so there's a bunch of that there, and this one is, I think, on my mind's eye washi tape. So this Heidi Swapp little booklet, I got this on super clearance at Michael's. I think it was just like 80 cents or something like that. I picked it up a little while ago. I started with the weather report. Feels like 36 degrees Celsius, and I just put a little words there that say, oh my goodness, and a little piece of washi tape there. And then it flips up, and I'm just going to bring this down so you can see it. And then I just put my journaling on this is a Amy Tangerine die cut tag, and this is a Snap Stories Summer Vibes sticker. And then, and I just talked about the visit, and then this picture here is just my husband and his brother playing Frisbee. I just used a little generic tag, and just used a marker to put some red dots to kind of pull it together. And these were all Summer Vibes Simple Stories stickers. Another one of the Heidi Swapp washi tapes. And then that one flips up, and I just put an Amy Tangerine cut apart there and another piece of washi tape, some more journaling, and I just put a selfie. This was while I was watching them play Frisbee. I had injured my foot, so I wasn't able to play. And then I just put a little Simply Me sticker and a Where I Want to Be sticker from the Snap I Am collection. Then this one flips up as well. We went to go see Ant-Man, so I put my ticket here, and I cut this out of the magazine, just as Marvel's Tiny Terror, Ant-Man. This is an Amy Tangerine ticket. I thought it was perfect, so admit to, because it was me and my husband that went. And then I just took a picture of the clouds, because the clouds were crazy that day. And I just stuck a journaling card in behind that, and I don't know where I found this embellishment. It's just one, I think it's a pink paisley one, I'm not sure. And then this is just a little fancy pants journaling card that I did my journaling on. So managed to squeeze all kinds of stuff onto that page, lots of journaling. I was really happy with how it turned out. It's a bit heavy though now. On the next side, we have Guess Who's Going to the Gym? And it's my mother. She's 59 and she walked into a gym for the first time in her life. We're so proud of her because she's been complaining about being out of shape for as long as anyone's known her. And she's finally making a change. So it's like the most exciting thing ever in my family. So this is a piece of Heidi Swapp memory planner pattern paper. And this is one of the Project Life Trinkets journaling cards, and that's one of the embellishments that came with those journaling cards. Heidi Swapp memory planner washi tape here. This was cut out of a Teresa Collins Studio Gold journaling card. And I had these white alphas, I think they're Yellow Bicycle, had them forever, and I just sprayed them with some Color Shine spray. I think I used the green and the blue. And then I just used my $1.50 stamps from Michael's to type Guess Who's Going to the, and I put them on a piece of gold washi tape, each one, to just kind of give it a little bit of background. And they came out like really rustic and sloppy looking, and I just loved it, so I kept them. And this was cut out of, I think, another Teresa Collins journaling card. I found it at the same time, and I just edged it with some pink ink pad, a couple enamel dots, good to go. The next one is I made a snowball in July. I think we live near an ice rink or something because there's a building, a nondescript building in my neighborhood that always has piles of snow outside. So I made a snowball, and it was like late at night, so the picture's grainy and dark. My husband took a picture, and I used this chill out sticker that's from the Snap Summer Vibes collection. And then I used a bunch of these fancy pants rub-ons, the date block here, these stars. And I tried putting it on the picture, and it worked just fine. I put it on washi tape, and it worked just fine. That's some empty washi tape down the side there. And I just put a little journaling on it. And then on the other side of the card, I saw a bat. If you were from the Maritimes, you would understand why this is so special to me. Bats, basically the maritime population of bats is 99% extinct at this point. There was a fungus that killed them all. And so I haven't seen one personally in probably a decade. So when I saw one the other night, it was so exciting. Like, I'm in Ontario, and as far as I know, we don't have any problems with bats here. But it was just so exciting to me. It just gives me like optimism that maybe things are going to be okay. I don't know. Maybe we're not killing the world, you know? So I thought it was worth journaling. So I didn't have any stickers or anything. So I just printed him off the internet. I just searched for bat vector image on Google Image Search. Used some alphas. I'm not sure who makes these ones. These ones are Snap Summer Vibes. And then I just used some adhesive cardstock as a backing, and I printed my journaling out on a piece of vellum. And I just put this little sticker here. It's a Mamby sticker that says, "So very precious." And this is a Project Life Trinkets journaling card. I'm getting through those cards. I think I've probably got about 10 left, or maybe 12 if you count the 3x4. So I'm slowly getting through them. I called the next one Sunny Days of Summertime, and it's just me complaining about the heat. And I promise I will not complain about the cold when winter comes. I am such a winter person. So what the journaling here is actually about how me and my husband just hid from the sun. We stayed indoors all weekend, but we did go out for a walk. So I did take a selfie while we were out, and we saw this enormous sunflower, and it has the biggest bee I'd ever seen. But the bee looked tiny because the flower was so big, and I just thought that was kind of amazing. That's a basic gray embellishment, yeah, just some random embellishments. I think these ones are Snap. This one I think came out of my Die Cuts with a View calendar. These ones were Freckled Fawn, American Crafts. Like, I just dug into my stash and pulled out a bunch of stuff. This is one of my masking stickers backing this one. And this is just a piece of mixed media paper. So simple, and I like it. This next page is, I think, probably one of my favorite pages I ever did. We just randomly ended up outside on at 1:30 in the morning on a Monday night, which is so out of the ordinary for us. I thought it was worth journaling about. But it was nighttime, and I had a white sheet of mixed media paper, so I knew I had to darken it. So what I did is I went through all my tiny scraps, like all my little 1-inch strips and things like that, and I pulled out all the ones that were navy blue and black, and I cut them all into these tiny little pieces that were maybe like 1 inch by 1.5 inches. You can see them here kind of. And then I stuck them down to the paper using matte medium. And then I just used some black acrylic ink to sort of blend all the edges together. I went a little too heavy down here, but I still think it looks good. And I sort of gave it like a denim feel, I guess. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. And then these stickers were stickers that I had no good letters left. So, I mean, I did have an A and an E, but I didn't have a G, so I had to cut this out of an ampersand. I didn't have a T, so I cut this out of an X. So basically this whole page was made out of stuff that I probably should have thrown away, but I kept it, and I ended up making an awesome page out of it. And so that makes me super happy. So that was just a picture of what our neighborhood looked like in the middle of the night. It's all under construction right now. And then I put my journaling down here. I just used a typewriter font, stamped it with the date in with my Smashbook stamp and my date stamp with white ink. Yeah, and that's pretty much all there is to that page. The background took a long time, but everything else went really quick. Then I've got a Heidi Swap journaling card. I'm not sure. I think this is from the gold value kit that she put out last year. I think that's where this card is from. And on the back, I put a picture, a selfie that I took, and I put in, I used Snap Alphas to put my selfie game is strong, because this is, I think, the most flattering picture that has ever been taken of me in my whole life. And I just, it's one of these pictures that was such a good picture, I felt like I couldn't even post it to my Facebook because it's like a lie. But I'm getting really good at selfies, so this was probably my best one ever. And I just used some washi tape along the sides, and I just lazily wrote in my date. So then we come up to our 4th anniversary. We were supposed to go on a trip for our wedding anniversary, but we had to cancel it. So instead we stayed home. So I decided to just put it in my regular journal. I was going to do a separate book, but it ended up in here. So I used a piece of the Heidi Swap, the memory planner paper, and I used these Studio Calico Alphas that I've just been dying to use, and I think they look fantastic. It wasn't gold enough, so I added all kinds of Heidi Swap gold foil. They're the deco foil kind. You put down the adhesive and then you rub the foil on top. And then I just used one of these teal thickers to make it stand out. 4th anniversary, the traditional gift is fruit and flowers, so I gave him carnations and pears, and I made him a card that said, "We make a perfect pair." So he took a picture of the gift that I gave him. I thought that was really nice of him. And I just backed that on some pink cardstock, and I just put fruit and flowers here. The ampersand came from that Heidi Swap mini album kit that I bought. I did a an unboxing video of. And I just did my journaling with white gel pen, and I used one of the, what are they called? The paper piece stamped images from Sparkly Canadian Crafty Girl, of these two little bunnies cuddling. I thought that was so cute. On the other side, it's about the dinner that we had for our anniversary. He always takes me out for dinner on our anniversary. And it was such a fancy, crazy dinner that it took a lot to get all the journaling done. So I wrote about it. I typed up my journaling here. We took a selfie outside of the restaurant. This is like a selfie-heavy set of journaling pages. I don't know. I guess we're just feeling narcissistic this week. And I just used some Martha Stewart alphas on some washi tape, and I put dinner at Actinolite was the name of the restaurant, so I just printed that off their website. And this came from the Amy Tangerine die cuts kit that I had. So this was a calendar page, and I didn't think it worked, so I just used my gelatos to cover over the whole thing, and then when I found this die cut, it matched perfectly, so I just stuck that on, and now you can't tell it used to be a calendar anymore. So that's good. I had a lot of words, so it was hard to get them all to fit on the page. I ended up splitting it into 3 blocks, and I think it works. And then I'm that tacky person that takes pictures in restaurants, and I know that they hate me in restaurants, and I just can't help it. I have to do it. We went for a 7-course meal. It was ridiculous. So I used this little Heidi Swap pocket page. The holes were in the wrong place, so I just put some washi tape over it and punched new holes. And I just put pictures of each course that we had. And I did write on the back of each of these. I'll take one out to show you. There was just so much to say, so I just wrote on the back of them what the courses were. So I can always look back at it if I want to, but it just was too many words to clutter up the pictures with it. So I just put a 2x2 journaling card in each one. And then more courses, more food that we ate, and then this little Live It Up journaling card. And I just did a little bit of journaling on this last one because I had a little extra, because there were 12 spots and there were only 7 courses. And then the next thing we did is we went powerboating, which it turns out my husband can drive a boat. I had no idea he could do this, so it was pretty great. We went down to the waterfront and we rented a boat and we drove all around. Do you drive? I don't know what you say, pilot a boat? I don't know. Anyway, we took the boat all the way around Center Island, and it was so calm and so serene. It was so fun. We had so many snacks. So I just used the paper out of the flyer that they give you, some more of the Heidi Swap washi tape and stickers, a picture of our view from the boat, and then afterwards we went to the Amsterdam brewery. So I just put this washi tape here, the Heidi Swap one again, and took a picture of my husband across the table. And then these gray stickers are from my Freckled Fawn blooper bags, and that one as well. And this is just a piece of Heidi Swap memory planner pattern paper. I've only got a few sheets of this left too, probably 5 or 6. And then my last page is called Slackers. My husband hurt his foot, so we had to stay in for a few days, and it was a long weekend, so we pretty much just sat on the couch for like 3 days. This one I just used some washi tape in the back. I started playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, and I loved the colors in this. This was like the insert that came with the game, which I never buy games in physical copy. This was really unusual for me to even have this. But I love this color, so I tried to match it. So these were blue jelly bean soup stickers that I colored pink with an alcohol marker. This was a beige ampersand that came with the Snap I Am collection, and I colored it with a blue and a pink alcohol marker. And I love how everything came out kind of streaky. Like I know I could have blended it smoother, but I just like the way they look. We watched season 3 of Suits, so I just printed that off the interwebs. This is just a gold deco foil adhesive, these gold diamonds at the bottom. I used some Heidi Swap journaling cards, and I used my Lawn Fawn Thanks a Latte stamp set, and I just stamped some of the cups on white, and then craft cardstock for the sleeves, and I just used watercolors to color in the tag there and to put this purple spot on the journaling spot, because we drank a lot of Starbucks that weekend. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm feeling all caught up. I think I still need to date this page, and I think I need to date this page as well. So I need to go back and add some dates, but other than that, it's good to go. So yeah, I'll probably have an update for you guys maybe in a couple of weeks. It could be a bit longer. I've got a trip coming up that'll have a second journal, like a totally different journal, so I don't know if I'll do an update before or after I do that journal. So anyway, you'll hear from me. Thanks so much for watching.